All right. Good morning, my friend. Welcome to the Parking University. I hope you well. Our topic today, my friend, is our habits. Okay, so this is like a very basic. We know, or we don't know. It could be we are conscious with our habits. Okay, why habits are important? All right, so let's discuss this. Bob Proctor really uh, uh, focus on this one that uh, who we are today, what we have today, everything that we have, we design, and it is because of our habit. And unconsciously, um, we keep doing things that could be we are unconscious. Okay, so when we say unconscious, those are the things that already very repetitive, and our brain will not think anymore. All right, so it's just like when we are driving the car, and if we are really used driving, we don't need to think. All right, even when we see a stoplight, when it's green, orange, or red, we automatically respond. So that's the power of our subconscious mind. So it is store anything that we do repetitive um all the time. Okay, so I mean, if we do those things repetitively many times, it will store in our subconscious mind, and it will just act naturally. Okay, so uh, if you remember the first time you drive a car, when you are learning the car, you are very stressful. Okay, you don't know where's the brake, especially if it's manual. You see a lot the side mirror, you watch the road, you watch the stoplight, where is the accelerator, where is the brake. Everything is so difficult. All right, too many things, too many details. But later on, when you do this repeated every day repetitive, the power of repetition, it will become just nothing, my friend. It's just like you are, even you are closing your eyes, you can just drive. Okay, you can just drive. You don't need to think. Sometimes if there is like, if you happen that there is an emergency, that something just cross, and you just respond automatically, brake and something, or horn. That means the subconscious mind is acting that one. Okay, so it didn't consume power to our brain. So that's habit. Okay, so it's just like Michael Jordan. So when Michael Jordan also, he really wants to master the basketball, so he did this repetition. He worked harder than everyone else. So he do the repetition, the simple basic shot, shot of the ball, simple basic shot of the ball. So it's repetitive. So Michael Jordan says that when he do everything outside of the court, when during the playtime, it's just like subconsciously he will just shoot the ball, and it's just like perfect because he did it many times. So when we do things repetitive, okay, we do multiple times, the power of repetition, my friend, it will become our habit. Okay, so if we apply this in our life, okay, Bob Proctor mentioned that what we design, what we are today. Okay, so we assess our life, whatever our status, what we have today, who or what are the things that we have, tangible or intangible, what are anything that we have today, how we look, how what's our job, what food we eat, what car we drive, who are our friends, who we associate. It's because of our habit. Okay, we are unconsciously that uh, we do things repeatedly, and that's what we attract. Okay, there is a law of attraction that uh, what you vibrate, okay, what you vibrate, that's what you attract as well. And unconsciously, you do things repeatedly, that's what you become. Okay, so how the what do you call this, the Bob Proctor's principle is, if we want to alter our life, okay, if we want to change our status, okay, what we need to do first is we need to do internally. Okay, we cannot change our outwards. We cannot change our outward surroundings. We cannot change what our the things that we want outward if we don't change in. inward, inside. I mean inside. What's inside? The inside is our mind, our thoughts, because our thoughts will produce these habits. Wow. All right. Welcome to the Parking University. These are the things that we will discuss here. Very basic principle, my friend, that it could help us. Uh, uh, it could help us to reach our dreams and goals. So if we just share, those are the basic principles that is still working now, that it's been working like many centuries ago, from the legends, that the books that we read and the audios that we listen, that we thought that because today's world is so disturbing, too many things in our mind, too many things happening, and we just forgot those very basic formula, very basic principles of life, that if we just sit down, relax, we just probably listen, because too much noise in the world, then we could really improve our life too. Wow. So as I like the life of Bob Proctor. Okay, Bob Proctor, he never finished high school. He never know business. He never know anything until one day he realized that he need to change. Okay, so he need to change. So once after he do the change, he do this power of repetition. He really believe the power of repetition. He don't know after a few years how he become wealthy, how we become too much of what he have. He got almost everything. So he study his own life, why he reached those things, why he achieved those things, why he become so successful from nothing. So and he shared that. So his principle is, if he can do this, everyone can do. Okay, so the problem with just human being is we just block our own our own blessings, or our own abundance. We just block it. Sometimes we just say, I don't want it. For example, let's give an example, like do you want a car? Some people will say, no, I don't want a car because it's too expensive to maintain. So you just block it. Okay, so there are things that our brain is very powerful. We just, instead of accepting or thinking those negative thoughts, we should accept whatever in our mind, that positive or any abundance. We should accept it. Just accept it, and don't worry how, when it will happen. Just accept that, because the power of our brain, our subconscious mind, is it could do things that we cannot explain. We could meet people, uh, events, circumstances. It can even move mountain, or there's a lot of things that will happen if we just believe and keep our vibration in there, keep our frequency there. So it's just like when you listen FM, music with FM, you cannot listen FM music if you tune in to the EM station. Okay, so it's just like in life. If you want something else, but your mind, your thoughts is different. Okay, if you want abundance, but you still have this old thoughts of lack, limitations, then it's difficult for you to reach there, because the inside is not changed. Wow. So for us, Bob Proctor mentioned that for us to change our outwards, we need to change our inward first. Why habit is very important? Okay, because what we do, when we wake up in the morning, if we assess this, what we do when we wake up in the morning, what we do after we wake up, we brush our teeth, eat, go to work, or whatever it is, then come back in the evening. Then if we assess, we write it down, what are the things that we do. So repetitive things. So those things that we do now, years, 10 years, 5 years ago, that's the result. The result that we are now is that's the result of the things that we do, everyday accumulations many years ago. Okay, so if we want different result, the only way to do that, the only way to achieve different result, is to do different things. If we do the same things, if we do the same habit, we cannot, there is no way that we could expect different result. Okay, so that's the power of habit. So how we change our habit? Okay, so there is a book that I read, that the power of habits. So that's my first book I read, and it took me 10 years to read that books. I hate reading books. After I realized 10 years ago, then I finished the book. So it as a study of the human brain, why habit created. Okay, so it takes time to create the habit. So the only way to replace our habit is to install a new something new. Okay, if we don't install a something new, that old habit will stay in our brain, will stay in our subconscious mind, and whatever, it's very difficult to let it go. Okay, so it's something like if you are smoking, if you've been smoking for 10 years, 20 years, it's very difficult to quit smoking unless you replace that with something else. Okay, for example, I think there was a study that instead of he smoke, every time he tried to smoke, his craving for smoke, he do something else. He do push up instead, he do something running instead. So he let his brain occupied with something else, so until those old habit will be replaced with a new habit. So when that new habit is formed, it takes time. So there's a study, like I think it takes around 60 days to build a new habit. So, and it's repetition every day. You do it every day. Once you do it every day for 60 days, you can replace the old habit. So why habit is very important? Because if we want to alter, if we want to change our life in the future, in 5 years from now, 6 years from now, there is a way. Bob Proctor mentioned, it doesn't matter how old you are, what is your status now, it doesn't matter whether you don't have connection or no connection, but when you alter your habit, you understand that why you why why you are right now, what you have right now, is because of what you do continuously, and that's because of your habit. Habit is the paradigm, your paradigm. That's why every person, human being, is unique, because we are doing different things, we are doing different habits. But the common denominator of the successful people, right? There was a study with Napoleon Hill that the common denominator of these successful people is they have the burning desire. Okay, the change their internal first. Okay, once you have a strong why you need to do it, that's a burning desire. Okay, and you install that in your thoughts, accept that in your subconscious mind, and slowly you can slowly, once you change already your inside, outside will slowly change. For some reason, you will attract beautiful things, you will attract different people towards with the same frequency that you want, towards the things that you want. So habit is very basic, and I didn't learn this from school apparently. Okay, so if we just install the kids, or when we were kids, that how important the habit, what we do, what we keep doing, what we associating, that will build our reality. Wow, my friend. So hopefully we learn something today, that if we want to alter our life, is the only way to do that is we alter our habit. Okay, to alter our habit is we need to change internally first. We cannot create a new habit if we don't accept or we don't change internally. If we still keep thinking negative thoughts, if we still keep thinking those past events or past happenings that happens to our life, bad happenings, if we keep thinking those things that we don't want, or things that we cannot do, we cannot change. There are things that in life that we cannot change. If we keep thinking those things that we cannot change, and already or anything that is negative, our inside as well is negative, and unconsciously that's what we vibrate, and that's we created as well. We created as well negative things. But if we change our inside, slowly thinking about abundance, positive things, and slowly as well, we attract those positive things. That's the secret of Bob Proctor, my friend. And Bob Proctor believed that if he can do it, anyone can do it. People are just like, they just don't want to believe, and they just want to focus more on negative things instead of positive things. There is no wrong it's not wrong if you just accept those positive things. Okay, it's very common for us that if there is a negative things, even those things that we don't want to happen, we keep entertaining those in our brain. And if there is a positive thing, we just say, it's not possible for me. We just limit ourselves, we just deny, we just block it. So that's, and subconscious mind is very powerful, right? It just accept. Once you say I don't like it, then subconscious mind will just say, okay, you don't like it. All right, my